Flacco, why you doing this?
Well, in Tennessee, they're gonna have them play Villanova.
Yeah, no, I got them going to the championship game.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
For the sake of this podcast, I was like, Carolina has to win.
Yeah,
If they-
I figured.
If they lost, my thought process was like, okay, I'm gonna ask Michael to go to the gym first, blow out as much steam, and then even then, it would have been rough to get through.
I don't get that. I don't, because I was thinking about that early, like just when last bit was going on. I was like, how do people get so involved into this game? And what's the outcome?
Yeah, it's a weird thing with sports in general, because when you think of just sports, all it is a continuous, like it never ends. It's always another season, another season. But yeah, people get so into sports, and I'm not sure why. I know my dad was just always had that level of intensity when the Broncos played or when North Carolina played. So I think that's just where I get it from. But dude, my heart fucking pounds. I get hot. I don't start shaking, but I'm like, oh my god.
Because Dad's the same way when Mizzou football plays. It's like when they're close games, he'll get fucking frustrated.
Yeah, I don't. It is weird.
It doesn't make sense to me because there's no outcome besides. I guess there's the outcome of you having a joy that your team, I guess, won, or they didn't win, and then you're just fucking upset for the rest of the day. Doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. Would I rather be upset for the rest of the day, or just kind of be in those?
But
those pros and cons just.
But with caring about sports, there's such a fucking euphoria when it goes your way. Like I'm not on top of the world because we're talking about the North Carolina Tar Heels beating fucking Baylor in their dork ass fucking school. It's in Texas too. Not that that matters, but Baylor's in Texas.
Didn't Baylor start without some of their starters?
Yeah, I think one of their starters got hurt. But what was I saying? Yeah, there's just a fucking euphoria. Like when the Rockies won their first playoff game, it's just like such a fucking high.
Dude, I wasn't even like that when the Cardinals won the World Series in 2011.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why people are so into sports.
I mean, I get it. It's an it's there for entertainment. So you enjoy. I mean, I enjoy watching games, but I don't get into it. Like I don't get upset, and then when they win, they're like, "Oh, cool, yeah, they fucking won, cool."
Yeah, I get upset.
And when that's the part I don't get is how people can just a team they cannot control, a team they are strictly watching, can ruin them for the rest of the day.
I mean, there's human beings let things ruin their day that they can't control, regardless of sports or shit outside their life. Like, there's not a human being on this planet.
But why?
It's just our nature, I guess. There's not a human being on this planet who isn't suffering from stuff they can't control, whether they want to admit it or not.
So a good activity that I heard you can do is, it was somebody who said, or somebody was asking, like an experienced person. He was like, if you're overthinking or you're kind of anxious about things, give me one tip to kind of relieve that. And this is it. Write down everything that is bothering you, and then cross out all the things you can't control, and then fix the things you can. Because it's crazy how many things we worry about that we cannot control, and we are worrying about it for no fucking reason. But yet, I just don't.
I feel like it's easier said than done.
Yeah, but I still don't get it. Like, I don't like thinking on myself. I don't see myself getting upset or getting affected by things I can't control. Like, what is something I can't control that's
anything
effective?
you're self-conscious about. Like, I used to be real self-conscious about my nose because it's like a longer nose. And even though I knew it was like, okay, I could get fucking plastic, but I'm not going to get plastic surgery. There's nothing I could do about it. It still fucking bothered me for a little while.
But you got over it because you can't control it.
Yeah. Eventually, you get to the point like, okay, there's nothing I can do here anymore. So I don't care anymore.
But I don't understand. Like, okay, I'm 250 pounds. I could be less. That I am self-conscious about, but that's something I can control.
And you're working towards.
Yeah, like, and I mean, but I'm still, that's something I can control.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I can see features like, you know, your nose, the length of your nose, that's not going to change. Whatever anything you do, you can't do that without surgery.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But like my physical features, I'm all right with. I don't think there's anything in my life. I could be completely wrong, but I don't think there's anything in my life that I can't control that I'm
worried about.
Yeah. Money, that's something we can control. Budgeting. Working extra hours.
Yeah, humans like to control shit.
Yeah.
I can control shit a lot.
Oh yeah, no, and
when they can't control it, that's when they flip out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. That's why.
Religion is a thing, because they're like, hey,
shit we can't control.
Hey,
I need
to feel like I'm controlling this fucking crop that's gonna feed my village and not have us die.
So let me pray to something. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. I just focus on shit I can control. I don't understand.
Have you never been able to understand?
No, because every time
like
I hear, I've never had like
even as a kid or something.
No.
I find it hard to believe that there wasn't something you're self-conscious about, like in high school or middle school, because literally every child is self-conscious about something that they can't.
They can't control,
or not even self-conscious, but worried about something that they can't control.
I mean, I guess death is a good one. You can't really control death. But a lot of people are scared of it.
Yeah, I used to. I'm not.
No.
I'm not scared to die, I don't think, at this moment.
I'm not scared to die. I'm scared of the things I wouldn't be able to do. Or the things I didn't do.
Yeah.
So to say.
What's your ooh, this is a spicy topic. What's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear?
Mm-hmm.
Probably not.
I got a couple of them.
Like physical fears or like phobias, but I guess these are all phobias. I can withstand heights, but it's a sense of discomfort.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can stand over the edge of a cliff,
right?
But I don't wanna. But I think my biggest fear is probably dying with shit I wanted to accomplish, not being done. That's probably my biggest thing, because I have so many goals, so many big accomplishments that I am still going for,
mm-hmm.
and if it all just comes to an end, or like if I get a serious injury, not death alone, it's like
can't walk.
Yeah, like if I'm paralyzed or something, it's just life changing.
Yeah, that'd be a rough time.
Yeah,
I'm scared of that same thing of looking back and being like, damn, I didn't
go to my full potential sort of deal.
Yeah, not even like, damn, I didn't do this, but damn, I didn't even give it my best shot to do it. That's one of my biggest fears. I'm scared of heights too.
Oh yeah,
but that's not
I
fear.
I've toyed with you in
yeah, I've gotten better with that, but it's still a little rough. And it's gonna be interesting when I start fucking climbing mountains to see how that goes. But I'm definitely afraid of dying alone as well.
Dying alone in what sense alone? Like
or
there's
just
nobody in the room, or you have nobody in like
just
no
like
family?
Yeah. Like I'm scared of being like 40 with no family, or like I don't want to say 30 with no, because that's still pretty young.
That is kind of scary.
But if we start getting to like, because it's something that like
35 is.
I'm only 10 years away from 33, almost 34, right? And then in that area, that's kind of when you need to have shit
That
locked
family,
down.
yeah.
Because you start getting to 37, 38, 39, it gets tough.
Yeah, I'm afraid. Yeah, that's another. You're kind of afraid of being the late guy.
I'm cool being late. It's just not at like, I can't be 50 and I have a family, you know.
Yeah, because at that point you're basically grandparents, growing gray hair without any kids.
It's not something I worry about, but it's just something in the back of my mind.
It's like, all right, time. Well,
either 10 years from now, I'm gonna have a kid, or I'm gonna be in some real trouble.
I don't think it's more of. It's more coming from the fact that I want a family, not that I can't have. That's it. Oh, something just popped up. If
Infertile?
If I'm infertile, dude, I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, and I didn't realize how hard it was to have. Like, I hear
Kids?
stories all the time about people trying to have kids, and
Yeah.
it's like, bro, just fucking
do it.
snipe the bitch. What are we
Yeah,
talking
nah.
about here? Just do it. Like, I thought it's a one and done deal.
Nah, dude, it's try after try.
Until you don't want to have a kid, and
Yeah.
you're fucking when you're
Oh,
24,
yeah. Oh,
and you're
yeah.
fucking
When you have that one time with unsafe sex,
yeah.
that'll put a kid in somebody.
I think though, if I had a kid right now, he'd be like, oh shit, but it'd be like,
I think we could do it.
it would be a game changer, but I'd be very welcomed to the game change. I'd be like, all right, well, shit's gonna get a lot harder for me,
yeah.
and I'm not gonna.
But you'll be able to do it. You'll be able to, you know.
Yeah, there's personal goals that would just
Yeah.
die immediately. I think
Die?
not die,
Or
but just
be
like
postponed.
extreme setbacks, or maybe I can't accomplish it to the level I want to in the time duration that I want to.
Yeah, I feel that.
But I think the joy of having a child would be overpowering.
Yeah, that would be kind of.
I think the moment your child comes out, I'm guessing you just have like a huge realization of all the shit your parents
did for you. Yeah.
You're like, oh shit.
Here it is. Going on pregnancy, I heard this quote the other day. I forget who it was by, but it was like, success is like pregnancy. Everybody congratulates you when you end up becoming pregnant or you end up becoming successful, but nobody knows how many times you got fucked to get there.
Yeah, it's you're by yourself or like with your real small group until money starts coming in, and then they start congratulating and believing, and then it's just compound interest. And it's hard. It's very hard just to like keep telling yourself you could do it, bro. You keep going. It's so hard to do that.
Or another thing that I'm scared I might do is I might settle for less.
In terms of what?
So like, let's just, I don't know.
Like a wife?
No.
No.
Like some of my goals and ambitions, I'd be like, okay, cool, I got to this point. All right, this is
satisfied.
And then I get satisfied. I get comfortable. Oh, this is a nice point.
Yeah.
You know, with this, like, it's like a stairway. You know, you go 3 steps up. I was like, oh, this is better than where I was before. You know, I'm earning, you know, an extra digit a year. Cool. But there's still the rest of the stairs that you could climb.
Yeah.
But I still might be like, oh, this is better than what I had, so stay here.
Yeah, I feel like that's how a lot of artists or rappers, they get their like little limelight and then they just settle in and they stop trying to like do their thing and
they're
be
not
innovative.
they're not trying to evolve into the next thing.
Shout out Lil Pump.
Yeah,
fucking dork.
Yeah. Dude, his downfall was that fucking Roblox song, whatever that shit was, with Kanye.
Remember fucking J. Cole called it in, what, 1985 with those songs? Like 5 more years, you're going to be irrelevant.
Yeah.
All those Lil Pump, Smoke Perp, all them.
Yeah.
You hear shit from
There's a lot of little, like, the rappers, like when we were, I think it was like in high school, so maybe like 2017 to 2018. Dude, the prefix "little" was on every rapper.
Yeah.
And I don't hear any of them anymore.
Yeah. Not to the extent that
what they were.
It was in 2016.
I might listen to like one or two, but that's it.
I wonder who the first Lil was.
Wayne?
That's what I'm thinking.
I think it's Wayne.
But surely I don't know. Wayne's pretty new rapper and compared to the whole shebang of rap and hip hop.
Yeah, but I mean, nobody really. I mean, you had Dr. Dre who kind of had like a prefix, but I don't think there was a bunch of
Lils.
Yeah. Because I mean, before that, it was what? You got Eminem was with him. There's no prefix there. I think the prefixes came with Lil Wayne.
Yeah, that sounds right. Because he is a big influence.
He was.
He's like a background influence of how rap sounds today.
But I just...
How old is this man?
40s?
39.
I thought he would be older than that.
Yeah, I thought he was in his low 40s. What do you think? Like when someone says old, what's the age that comes to your mind?
40. At my when I'm 21 at the moment. Yeah. Old is doubling my existence.
I think old is 30.
Nah, dude, 30's young. 30's young.
36?
30's young. Because I mean, so think about this. So when would you say a peak would be? Somebody's peak. Peak of age, peak of your body, your health.
25.
25?
25, 26, 27, 28.
Okay.
That range. 25,
so late 20s, basically. Mid to late 20s.
29, we're getting a little...
Yeah, mid to late 20s.
You're graduating.
So let's say you peaked at 28.
Okay.
You peaked at 28, your body, but then you still got that slope down. You're still young, because when you get down here, you're fucking old. And there's that gap where it's like, fuck. But I think that you're still at the top of the peak.
Yeah, I think 28
you're just kind of gradually going down.
Prime time for life.
40, I think 40's old. I think 40's old.
I kind of flipped out when I turned 20.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, maybe because it was just a new set of numbers. So you were in the 20s now. Yeah, new decade. But I was thinking about, I was like, 20 times 4 is 80. That's a I feel like that's a accomplishment to get to 80. At least in our family, my great grandma Ruth was, I think, in her
grandpa just turned 80. Our grandpa just turned 80.
Did he?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like 20. That's a fourth of the way to 80.
Which, when you put it like that, sounds like we don't have a lot much time.
No.
4 more of what we just did.
Yeah. Okay. I could do what I just did. Granted, I don't remember about half of it. Yeah. What I just did, I got that 3 more times.
And that's it.
If I'm lucky, 2 more times probably, guaranteed. Not guaranteed, but
unless Tyler decides to fucking run an intersection.
Oh, dude,
Tyler, you need to be more aware.
Well, the past few ones I told you about the old guy who turned onto an off ramp.
Recently, there's been a lot of elderly people in your way crossing your path.
I've noticed them a lot when I fucking delivering packages. The last couple times though I've been close, hasn't been my fault. It's been either snow and ice or old people.
Which I think that's the majority of fatal crashes, if I believe right, is it's not your fault, it's other people's fault.
Boy, that sucks, doesn't it?
It does.
If I'm going out, I'd be more comfortable with it being like, oh man, I fucked up. It's my fault.
Yeah.
I'm out. But if someone else does it, enrages me.
Yeah.
Especially like drunk driving.
Yeah, because
and they kill other people.
That's preventable.
That's That's annoying.
It is. Yeah. It is. Because it's just some fucking idiot who
I don't know.
How is drinking legal?
I don't know, dude.
How?
Alcohol is some dork shit, dude.
Dude, I think
the more I fucking drink it, Yeah. Because I feel like I'm never in a situation that I come out of like, hey, that was fucking
That
neat.
was a fun experience.
Let's do that again.
Yeah.
Ever.
No.
Ever.
I mean, some people might say we're not doing it in the right settings, which you might be right. Because there have been some enjoyable times with alcohol, but not getting too fucked up. Like, just getting that initial buzz and cruising with it for a little bit. In certain scenarios, that's, I think, fun. But
That may be a little hypocritical because I sometimes drive while I'm high. But I'm gonna.
I feel like that's a different experience, though.
And I noticed I don't want to contribute to the stereotype that driving high is. I mean, it's obviously more dangerous than driving sober. But like, when I'm high and I'm driving, I'm like, okay, I don't want to contribute to this fucking thing of like marijuana being bad and that it can't be in our society and that's illegal. So I'm more aware of my surroundings and I check my mirrors more so. Not that I'm not panicking, but I'm just more aware.
You're more aware and you're more cautious, I think.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know. Because I think it's just how THC and weed affects people so much differently.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas alcohol is your one experience. Everybody knows what everybody else is experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just weed has like so many different outcomes.
Now, should I drive high?
No.
But
I believe I believe being high behind the wheel is better than being drunk behind the wheel. Because how many times have you been drunk and been able to see straight?
And I don't know that like car crashes and fatalities in Colorado have even gone up since it became legal out there. However many years ago. Has it been almost 10 years?
I don't know. When did Colorado legalize weed?
2012.
So it has been
a decade?
It's been a decade.
Man. But yeah, did you ever watch the argument that Joe Rogan had with what's that dude that he goes out to like a campus and he'll say like there are two genders, change my mind, and he'll have interviews with people.
I know who you're talking about. He's with
Crowder,
Infowars, yeah.
Something Crowder. Do you ever watch their argument?
Only Crowder. No, I didn't watch his podcast.
It was a long time ago on Joe
it?
Rogan's podcast. Yeah, they had a big argument on weed, I think, in general.
Rogan with weed and Crowder without.
And it wasn't even like that. It was there's more into intricacies in the argument. It's hard to explain. But yeah, basically Joe Rogan arguing that weed hasn't had an effect on car fatalities since it become illegal.
And Crowder's against weed.
Yeah. He said in the argument he's like, I don't care if you use it, and then Joe Rogan was like, well, yeah, you do care, and it kind of just went back and forth. But it's like one of the most famous fucking.
Bro, that dude was born to argue. That's it. He was just born to just.
Yeah, people are
just argue.
There are people that are really good at just arguing.
Yeah, I don't understand those people. Your brother's a good one too.
Is he? I don't think he is.
I think he is in the sense. To me, but since you live with him, you learned how to counteract it. Because I can see, like when me, Matthew, and Logan. So Matthew being my younger brother and Logan being your brother. When we're all around, we're all shitting, shooting the shit. We're making fun of each other. Logan always seems to come out on top with some of the solid arguments, or not just arguments, just like just shooting shit, like
disses.
Yeah, disses and stuff.
Yeah.
Logan seems to come out on top with all the disses, whereas me and Matthew are kind of sit back in the corner like, "Fuck, dude, how do we combat this?" But I think you do it better than Logan because you know how to get reactions out of him. As soon as you pull a reaction out of Logan, it's game over for him.
Oh yeah, I knew that when we were little too.
Yeah. Because I remember when we were young, it's like as soon as Logan kind of flipped his switch and started getting a little bit angry, it was over for him.
It was a wrap.
It was.
Dude.
I mean, but that was when we were younger. We're chill now. Like, you knew how to counteract him. But me and Matthew couldn't hold our ground.
Yeah, and I think I'm good at coming up with quick wits because in the kitchen when someone says some shit, you kind of got to be able to defend yourself.
Yeah, I just think I wasn't exposed to a lot of that. But yeah. Yeah, those quick wits kind of got me beat.
Dude, speaking of driving, Amazon's gonna make me look like I'm straight out of fucking Guatemala by the time summer ends. There's been like 3 or 4 sunny days where it's tanned, and I'm already getting there.
Dude, I don't tan easy. I burn easy. I'm one of those guys. But I do miss getting the sun exposure at the course.
Yes.
Because I don't want to look like a fucking ghost midsummer.
Now my legs, been wearing pants, legs a little pasty.
Nah, you need
But I'm gonna look.
You need to crop them socks out, dude.
I'm gonna look like a straight out of fucking Tijuana, dog.
We're gonna end up in Florida, and you and Logan.
And you see how fucking dark Logan gets?
Dark.
Yeah, I'm excited because this will be the tannest I've ever been since I've been playing baseball, probably in like middle school.
My goal is to get a little tan so I can kind of. The way I do it is I kind of like ease into things. I mean, I burn a little bit. It just kind of comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of ease myself into it. But then once I'm there, it's kind of like, okay, I don't burn as easy.
Kind of just got to warm up to it.
Yeah. So that's my goal before our trip to Florida.
To ease into get some exposure.
Yeah, get some exposure.
Oh, dude,
to
Florida, fuck, that was the worst sunburn I've ever had. Was my first.
Yeah, you were bad.
Yeah, that and the sand dunes.
Yeah, sunburn there. Oh yeah. I don't think.
And I even put. I was like, I don't burn unless I'm in the sun 4 hours, I'm not gonna get sunburned. Yeah. So I could go to the sand dunes and I'll put on some because it's obviously it's fucking a desert.
It's a desert.
Like I'll be cool. I'll put some sunscreen on, leave it in the car. And I come back 6 hours later, and the sand dunes were like, "Hey, Tyler, this is a desert. Yeah, you only put on sunscreen once. That's cute. Fucking watch this."
Yeah.
Oh, red hurts so fucking bad, peeling.
Yeah, and that's I don't necessarily like putting on sunscreen either. I guess it's a pretty bad experience. I think because who wants to fucking lotion their entire body 4 times for a fucking 4 hours on the beach?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll do it one time. Go out there for an hour and come back in.
Do you have the same, what's the word, connotation? Do you have the same idea in your head that putting sunscreen on is nerdy like taking your lunch to school is?
No. I think it's just the fact that I have to stop what I'm doing to do it again.
Uh-huh. Especially when you're fucking having fun.
And then do it again. Yeah. It's like that, I was trying to think of something. It was like the pool. I think that's where I got it from. Is we were having so much fun at the pool. We were playing all these games, and then Mom's like, "Hey, time to reapply."
Yeah, I'm like, God,
fuck
fucking
you.
It's basically a 15-minute fucking timeout.
Yeah, it's
the goddamn water slide.
Yeah, no, I just couldn't do it. But that's part of my problem is I just can't put on sunscreen.
I got real self-conscious about having sunscreen not fully rubbed in. So there's
leaving white patches.
If there was white patches, I'd flip the fuck out when I was a kid.
I was that way when I was a kid as well. But then I was like, I just stopped putting on sunscreen basically. that was the gist of it. I was like, dude, one way to eliminate not having white patches?
No sunscreen.
No sunscreen.
Get you some red patches.
Yeah. Nah, dude, I burn hella easy though. But I'm just trying not to look fucking white.
You get tan in this room. That window brings in some fucking heat.
Yeah, I know, dude. I'm trying to block some of it.
I rolled in with a sweatshirt and I was like, "Oh, it's a little warm in here. I'm gonna bust out my t-shirt."
And my fan's doing that stupid creaky noise.
Is it?
Yep. Well, not now because it's on the lowest setting. So it's not. It's barely moving. So this room is literally a sauna right now. I should probably close these, to be honest.
Yeah, it is a nice window. Brings in a lot of heat.
Fuck.
I need some more fucking curtains so I could fully close my window.
You can't?
No, there's always some light that gets through. I in my parents' house, I had those. You ever had those blackout curtains?
Yeah. These are supposed to be blackout curtains. I think these are blackout curtains. It's just the inside.
Oh, there's another part, right?
Yeah.
That makes Shit.
But I mean, yeah, like these, maybe not as much. There's still light in there. You know what I'm also excited for? Fishing.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get back into it. I'm gonna do a lot more fishing this year than last year.
Surely we could go to the creek.
What's the temperature, Tyler? Because let me tell you, the water's probably cold.
60.
Relatively cold. But it's 6 degrees.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be. Oh, I'm gonna get so tan, Michael. It's gonna be 75 and sunny.
When?
Sunday. Be so tan.
Tomorrow. Yeah, but then it's you're gonna be in rain for the next 3 days.
And can you? I had a fucking argument with the shorty. I forgot who. They would put sunscreen on. Was it? They'd either put it on or they'd carry it with them on days it was cloudy and rainy. And not like a little cloudy, like full on clouds.
Yeah. You know what else also doesn't make no, it doesn't make sense to me. Is people put on sunscreen daily. For skincare routines?
Like their face?
Yeah. Skincare routines involve sunscreen or an SPF of some sort.
Yeah, and I was always confused about that when I started my routines. Like, do I need sunscreen?
Sunscreen, but I feel like sunscreen for the face is just protecting your skin from UV rays, which makes sense. But when the levels are so low, do you really need
You're talking about when it's cloudy outside?
Yeah, when it's cloudy or the sun's not just...
Oh, no, she'd carry a full-blown fucking bottle of sunscreen in her purse.
Just because?
Maybe it was just because. But no, it was in the winter, I remember. Who was it?
Yeah, no, if it's sunny in the winter, I'm not fucking putting on sunscreen.
Who was it? I forget, but yeah, in the wintertime, even if it's sunny in the winter...
You're not putting on sunscreen.
What are you doing? Because you're not outside because it's 27 degrees outside.
You don't know, dude. People are fucking weird. I don't understand some of these fucking people, dude.
Yeah, but then there's shit that we probably do that they don't understand. What's something I do besides care a lot about sports that you don't?
Do you want to get into this? Because we kind of had a segment to ourselves before this podcast was even started or a thought. I asked Tyler one night, I was like, what are some things that I do that you are like pet peeves, but you just completely despise that I do? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Where he's like, okay, what is something that makes you upset that I do that I don't know, and then vice versa. And one thing you said, which I think improved a little bit, but not as much as I probably think it should, was leaving pizza boxes or just shit on the counter. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember on the deck.
Yeah. And yeah, it got maybe a little better. I'm a little I'll self-consciously think, oh shit, that pizza box has probably been sitting there for a couple of days. I remember Tyler saying something about it, but yeah, what are some have you thought of any, or do you recognize any more? Because I for sure do.
Yeah, I had. Yeah, there's so I want you to go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, so
is this something that we don't understand from each other or don't like?
I don't
that frustrates us. Is that what we're doing?
It's so small. I mean, fuck it. You're going to say it no matter what because it's a goddamn podcast, but something that I don't like that you don't do.
That you don't do. Okay.
So, and it happens a lot, which is kind of surprising. But whenever you're in the kitchen, you're fixing your dinner, whatever, and you're done, you leave the kitchen. Everything's cleaned up. Everything's fine. Except for the cabinets are always open. The cabinets are always open. I swear to God.
Dude, I was walking through the kitchen. I was like, oh shit, I left these open. That's kind of annoying. It was annoying to myself.
The cat, all of them.
That's true.
You literally open a drawer, like a drawer. We have probably about 3 feet within our walking space throughout our kitchen is about 3 feet. He leaves a drawer open that probably takes up about a foot of it.
Yeah, I get like, I don't even, it's weird because I don't remember like just closing. I always remember opening, but I never, it doesn't matter if it's the silverware or
which it's a small thing. It doesn't bother me because I walk by, I'll just shut everything. But it's just like, shit, man. 3 cabinets and 2 drawers are open, and Tyler literally just left the kitchen. But yeah, that's one thing I kind of picked up on. That. Well, I'll go back and forth. We'll go back and forth.
Okay,
I go back and forth.
Go back and forth.
I don't want to just have a rant about Tyler real quick. I mean, there's some things that not upset me, but just I think it's just it doesn't go my way because we're different in some ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you probably feel that I'm doing it. Do you?
Dude, what are you talking about?
So, like, there are times where you're completely shut off. Like, let's say you get home from work Monday or something. Like, Monday... Mm-hmm. Okay, so I noticed this about you. Sundays are kind of all right when you get back from work. There's kind of 50-50.
Yep.
Okay? Mondays
terrible.
Completely shut down.
I'm done.
You're gone. Nah.
No.
Monday afternoons, I will not talk to Tyler because he will not want to have me there.
Or probably Tuesdays, right?
Tuesdays are, yeah.
And Wednesdays are a little...
Wednesdays are great because you get home.
It's my Friday.
It's it.
Yeah. So my schedule is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yep.
Sunday's my first day of work, and at work, all my deliveries, because all the businesses are closed, is residential, which is easy. I don't have to interact with people. Yep. Monday, all the business open up. That's when I get all the commercials. And it's not even human interaction. Like, delivering to commercial buildings
that's pretty rough.
Has made me more social and more comfortable in, like, just simply interacting with people and, like, being lost in, like, a building and having to find my way around. But it's very exhausting doing all those commercial fucking things Monday. So when I come home, I'm done by myself. Tuesday is kind of the same thing. And then Wednesday is my last day of work for the week. So I'm kind of
it's like a Friday.
More of an upbeat mood.
So yeah, Sundays are 50-50. Mondays completely shut down. Tuesdays, sometimes you'll get Happy Tuesday. Sometimes, I bet you that's like 70-30. But I don't count on Tuesdays. Wednesdays I'll count on. But that right there, like Mondays and Tuesdays, is like when I have a good day, I'll be upbeat and I want to talk to somebody, and you'll come home and you'll be completely shut out, and I'm like, fuck you, dude. I'm sitting here, I'll fucking, I guess, play games, I'll watch some shows, because that just like kills like my good mood, because like I can't share it with somebody. Like, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Maybe if you see, okay, I have tried to kind of initiate it to kind of get you there, but sometimes you're just not.
Yeah, and if there's like 3 days where I'm just quiet, it's one of those days I'm probably fucking just irritated. The other 2 isn't angry or happy. It's just
you just need to calm down. You need
decompress, like be by myself. Like I'm the type of person who I have to have my alone time.
Yeah, which makes sense.
And not be working.
Which makes sense.
Has to happen.
And that's kind of why I let you have it, because that's how you grew up versus how I grew up. I virtually never had any privacy, which is weird. But
yeah, because when like if I had a bad day, I'd come home
and you just be in your room, wouldn't you?
And do my thing.
Nah, dude.
I wouldn't have to be.
I would have to attend dinner. I would have to, my brothers wouldn't leave me alone because that's kind of how we communicated with. If somebody was in a house, there was no text messages or calls. You had to go to their room physically and tell them what you were gonna say.
Well, Monday, I'm gonna tell you right now. Monday, gonna be shut down regardless. I'll make more of an effort on Sunday.
I mean,
Tuesday,
you don't have to. I get it.
And Wednesday.
I get it. I completely get it.
Well, no, this is the fun thing about living with someone because we're practicing doing what you're gonna have to eventually do with a wife who you're gonna have to live with, hopefully for the rest of your life. So there's gonna be things that you simply don't want to do that you're gonna have to compromise on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if
I come home Tuesday and I simply don't want to talk, and I'll make more of an effort to talk. But I will say, like after we do a podcast, my mood goes from anywhere to it's higher. Talking makes me feel better. It's just it takes a lot of initiation from someone to get me going.
I'm not gonna lie with you here. Part of this podcast, like part of the reason this podcast was ever brought up, is because I wanted to talk. Specifically with you. I wanted to get more of this.
I'll make more effort.
But I mean, I completely get it. Like, there's times where I would want to be alone.
Well, yeah, it's a compromise, right?
Yeah.
There's a compromise. So you get my side, I get your side. Meet in the middle.
Yeah.
Or make an effort to meet in the middle.
Yeah.
I thought
But sometimes my Monday is like your Monday. So shit works out, I think, more times than not.
Yeah, maybe we should just get, that little octopus pillow.
Yeah, I was like, how do we indicate? Because I was thinking, like, how do we indicate to each other that I'm not in a mood, but you're in a mood, or we're both not in a mood, or we're cool with each other? But I was like, do we put a sticky note on our door or something? You just brought up this fucking octopus.
A couple octopuses. Dude, I can imagine just walking into the apartment and seeing that octopus on the counter.
My shit up.
On the counter.
I just laugh.
To tell me whether Michael's having a good day.
Bro, if I walk so I get home before you normally. If I came in Tuesday, I'm in my room doing my thing. Tyler gets home, he puts his octopus on the counter. I walk out, and I just see it in a grumpy mood, dude. I'd lose my shit.
Oh my god.
I'd lose my shit.
I think we're in a very unique and good situation with us being family members and having the opportunity to live with each other, so we can figure all this shit out before you have to do it with someone else that is not in your family.
Yeah, this is an opportunity that not a lot of people have.
No, because not only do we get to practice living with someone who you're different from, and we have a lot of common.
Yeah, but there's different.
I'm different. Yeah, you're different from every other. Unless you have a twin, you're different from that guy and that girl over there. Not only that, but we get to figure out how to live, how to get food, how to cook, how to just
life
life skills.
Just ridiculous.
Outside of dynamics of living with someone.
Yeah, no, that's. Yeah, if I was living with somebody else right now, I would.
Because if I was living by myself, there's probably a lot of stuff I wouldn't be doing.
Yeah,
going to the gym.
Yeah, no, we definitely motivate each other to go to the gym. Reading, I wouldn't be reading if I wasn't living with you. I can tell you that 100%. That's a fact. I wouldn't read. I wouldn't write.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't read either because I started reading because those bookshelves. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we mentioned this last podcast, but I'm more of a hands-on versus you're more creative. So if there's shit broken in the house, which I enjoy doing some of those things and teaching you about it, because when we split. Yeah, I noticed when you were putting that wire through the wall. I probably should start paying attention here a little bit, so when we move out, I have a basic understanding of some shit I could do. Yeah, but it's wow, I'm already using my dad's teaching. My dad taught me everything I basically know about the trade sort of stuff. But it's it was weird to me. It's shit, dude. I'm already using it and teaching it to other people.
Yeah, it feels good when you teach it.
Yeah, no, but I'm not a good teacher, so to say. Even though my mom is a counselor and a teacher, I do not know how to teach shit. But
I think I could do it I don't know.
I just always have my own way of doing things, and I don't know any other way to do it. So I'd be that it's either my way or the highway sort of teacher, which I hated. So I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna
dude.
try
When
to
I gotta
teach.
fucking read a passage or listen to some shit or something instead of like hands on.
Yeah.
I'm a hands on learner. Dude,
Me
I'll
too.
tell you what. Second part of this podcast fucking flew by.
Yeah, dude.
That's like dumbass said.
Bro, yeah. We took like a 2-minute break when it said 32, and it's now 48 minutes.
Wow, dude. Granted, we'll have to go a little longer because we cut out some stuff.
Yeah. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
Yeah. So
off.
I thought of something. I don't think it happens regularly, but it's like
going back to what we dislike about each other that we're trying to figure out.
So on Sundays, when you're here
Yeah.
all day and I'm at work, when I get home from work, and I don't know if this is selfish that I expect this, but I expect to have like the kitchen to eat, or like the room, or like the not dishwasher, the washer. Like when I come home Wednesday, I expect to have the dishwasher.
I try to like, I know you do your laundry Wednesdays, so I'll try to clean out everything in the laundry room by Wednesday, and laundry's yours on Wednesday. I try to do that.
And I don't know if it's right or wrong of me to expect the same thing of the kitchen on Sundays.
In a sense, what do you mean you want the kitchen?
Like if I walk through the door and then you start making dinner when I've been at work and I'm hungry as fuck, I'm like, God damn it. He picked now out of all times to start fucking eating.
Yeah.
When he had from 4 o'clock to 7 or 8 o'clock.
Usually I eat around 7:30.
Yeah.
That's when I usually eat. I'm a late eater, but I get what you're saying. But then again, it's also hard to judge when you would come back.
Yeah, because sometimes
I had that problem when we were trying to go to the gym together, and whether I would eat before the gym or after the gym. Because it's like, okay, Ty, you need to give me a heads up when you're about to leave so we can meet at the gym. But if it's super late, I'm going to eat before.
Yeah, because sometimes I get off at 6, sometimes I get off at 8.
So it's kind of
anywhere in between.
I know like 7 is probably the earliest that you probably get back. And like 8, 9. You've came in at 8 or 9 before. But you also may have had other stops after work or something. But yeah, I get what you mean. It's
hard to judge.
It is.
It's hard
it is very hard to judge.
Like, and I'm self-conscious about that. Like, if on Thursdays when I'm here all day and you're at work, I'm like, okay, if I want to shower, I'm going to do it either before 3 o'clock or like 2 or 3 so the water has some time to warm up. I'm not going to never be in that shower when you're walking through the door because I get self-conscious about that.
Really?
And I think that happened a lot in my family because everyone always had a baseball game or a work or a conference or a meeting. And so I felt like I always had to be out of the way when they got home so they could do their thing.
See, and something I don't mind is and this is probably just us growing up in 2 different households, but I don't mind if people are in my way, so to say, because I adjust to them instead of them adjusting to me. You know what I mean?
Like, what do you mean by in your way?
Like, if you were in the kitchen, I would either wait or I'd just kind of say you were cooking on the stove. I'd just find something in the fridge to snack on for a minute or something like that. I don't know.
So, like, if you were cooking on the stove and I came over and started cooking on the stove, that wouldn't bother you?
No. That wouldn't. I swear to God, it
wouldn't. Maybe that's a bad example because I don't think
I think it bothers you more than you think.
I think it does. I just leave and let you do your thing and come back.
Which doesn't bother me. Dude,
fucking
let's cook different meals in the kitchen at the same time.
It's not big kitchen.
I know it's not big kitchen, but let's just try to fucking make it work.
Because I don't see...
Tyler, if you're hungry as fuck, and I'm also cooking in the... I do realize sometimes you come in and I'm in the kitchen cooking. I mean, I might be halfway through. I might have just started. Or I might be almost finished. But
well, like if you're using, like I physically can't cook in the microwave if you're in the microwave, or if you're in the oven, I physically can't cook in the oven.
But I mean, if there is space for you to do your shit, do it. I don't mind if you're in the kitchen with me. But if you don't want me in the kitchen when you're in the kitchen, that's fine.
I don't think it. I think it's just me being self-conscious of getting in people's way.
You won't.
Because I don't like conflict in general. I've noticed.
But I feel like if we do it, it's more of like it'll end up being like that playful get in the way sort of deal. Like, fuck you, get out of my way sort of deal. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, unless it's Monday night.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll tend to avoid you on Mondays. But like, it'd be like, okay, I just need to get to the kitchen. Or not the kitchen. Can I please just get to the fridge? And I just walk past you or something. Just communicate. I don't know. It's hard to visualize and talk about it because there's so many different scenarios that could happen. But I mean, I don't mind if you're in the same kitchen, or if you wanted, or like you said something about the living room, like on Mondays nights or Tuesday nights when you come home and you want it, you think you deserve it's a bad way to put it. You think you deserve the kitchen and the living room all to yourself.
No, not the living room. Like,
really?
If I walk in, I'm like, I want the oven or the microwave.
Okay. Is the living room first come first serve?
Living room's public domain.
Okay.
You come out anytime I'm there. I come out anytime.
Okay.
And I'm getting better at it because remember when you watch Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, dude, I'm a little like button in here, sitting on the recliner watching.
No,
I know I'm not. It sounds stupid. It sounds stupid now that I'm saying it out loud. I was like, oh man,
you're butting in. Nah.
Yeah. Wow, dynamics are interesting.
Yeah, they are.
And it's interesting how it goes back to how you grew up, I think.
Yeah.
And how it's so ingrained. Like if I have a good day, or like I want to tell people shit, I just don't, because I never did really.
Yeah, and I'm the opposite. Because I'd come home and the first thing my parents would say was, how's your day? And then I'd spill the beans on literally everything.
I mean, my parents would ask how the day is, but I just wouldn't.
But you would say probably...
For some reason, I just wouldn't.
You probably wouldn't go into detail like I did. You'd probably say, oh, it's good. You know, I just did my shit. Or something like that. But I don't know. I don't have a problem with you anywhere. Like, I don't have a problem with you coming in my bed, like my bedroom. I have no problem with it. Unless
I'm super self-conscious.
I know you are about that.
About the bedroom.
Yeah, because like this is my area, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's literally your area.
If my door is shut, okay, knock politely, knock, ask for entry, that sort of thing. But the door is open, even if it's cracked. Waltz in. I don't give a fuck. Matthew and Bradley, my two youngest brothers, did that my entire life. Like, I'd be playing games. Even my door would be closed, locked. Mm-hmm. And I knew for a fact that Bradley knew how to pick the locks. I remember playing games with you. And I knew Bradley knew how to pick the lock, and I'd just be playing games and shit like that. And then you'd probably just hear Bradley behind me, and you're like, what the fuck, man? I didn't mind. It was that playful, like, oh shit, you came into my room. Fuck you. Now get out. That sort of thing. And then we just brush it off and do our own shit. But I have no issue. Dude, unless my door's closed, come in.
And we're gonna have to figure out how to do this shit with a fucking bitch for 40 years? Are you shitting me?
Well, I think that's gonna be different though, because whatever you have, she has.
Yeah, nah, dude. And when I get married, I'm signing Shorty gonna have to sign a prenup.
Explain that.
Which is if you divorce, what's mine's mine, what's yours, yours. We're not doing that 50-50 shit.
No.
I feel like this generation, marriage isn't what it used to.
No.
There's no, like, I don't know.
There's too many snakes in the grass, so to say. Like, there's people out there who will marry just to get your share.
And that's always been a thing, but more so now, I think, because of social media. And you could just promote yourself. And I think people are just more individualistic in general in this generation.
Yeah, they are. But it's just like, oh man, am I going to get myself into something I'm going to regret in the future because of her decisions? Because that's another, like, going back to some of my fears is if I marry somebody, I have the intent of marrying somebody because I love them till I fucking die.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And if she decides she wants to fucking do something differently down the road, breaks my heart.
Yeah, that's
That
the
probably
game.
just break my heart.
That's the game, though.
And then she's just like, and then she does her own thing. It's like, fuck.
That's the game. Crippling trust issues.
Yeah.
I think this generation has.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be super hard to find somebody you can trust. Logan's got it figured out though, it seems.
Boy, do I hope it keeps going for him.
Nah, good for him. Good for him. TikToks?
Yeah. I don't have any.
I do.
So I'm gonna need you to carry me.
I tried carrying you last time, and we all know.
Well, I at least had one last time.
That was just fucking. So it reads, if your teachers never taught you this or taught you how to understand the U.S. interstate highway system, shame on them. East-west routes start with 5 in the west and increase by 10. So going 5, 15, 25, 35, 55. I can't read that. Not even, like, it goes on like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's east to west, where shit is going north to south routes. But then north to south routes going east to west start with 10 in the south and increase by 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
Didn't know that. I knew.
So we are on Interstate 70.
I-70 and I-35.
Yeah.
I knew I-35 went north and west. I knew I-70 went south or west and east across the country. I didn't know
that they were set up like this.
It makes fucking sense.
It does. Because it's kind of like, I didn't know this about cities till I moved here, is the, is it east-west? East-west streets are numbered. North-south streets are...
That's just cities?
Words.
That's not everywhere?
I think it's cities. I think it's just cities. Like, Jackson doesn't have that.
Oh, wow. So, like, if you...
No, I think it's cities that have the grid. Because, like, small towns,
yeah,
you have curvy roads. You have roads that will just kind of swerve and serpentine around to get to the major points. But with cities, they're so big, there's so many major points that it's just a grid system.
Yeah, and I think it's starting north by downtown is the lower numbers.
So the center,
more southern you get,
the center of the city would be Street 1, and then you just work your way out.
Mm-hmm. So we're 119 blocks away from downtown.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, that's something I saw, and I was like, I didn't even recognize it. I didn't know this, but I didn't know the city, which, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense.
So if somebody said highway, 75, they'd be in the East Coast, mid to East Coast side.
And we're lucky living here where one north-south highway runs right through us, and one east-west highway.
We're at a perfect intersection where 35 meets 70.
Like, imagine living in fucking North Dakota. I mean, I guess...
Yeah, no, fuck. If you're in North Dakota, dude.
Or even living on one of those, but not having... We're at an intersection.
Yeah, we're at an intersection. And even when I lived at home with my parents, we had 55.
Mm-hmm.
70 was only 2 hours away.
You had to drive to 70.
But yeah.
Thorcas.
And those are typically your fastest routes across the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, when we traveled from the Boot Heel of Missouri to the tip of Kansas, we take 55 to 70. And I bet you, like, when we drive down to Florida, we'll take 70 to 55, and then we probably hit,
those local
20
highways.
or 30.
Yeah.
And then we just shoot down, we'll hit, 75 or something. But it makes more sense now, and now when people tell me which route they took, I'm gonna fucking understand better. But yeah, that was mind-boggling.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Figured that out. This was crazy.
What bird has the most elaborate, the most complex, and the most beautiful song in the world? Well, I guess there are lots of contenders, but this bird must be one of them. The superb lyrebird of Southern Australia.
He clears a space in the forest to serve as his concert platform. To persuade females to come close and admire his plumes, he sings the most complex song he can manage, and he does that by copying the songs of all the other birds he hears around him, such as the kookaburra. It's a very convincing impersonation. Even the original is fooled. He can imitate the calls of at least 20 different species. He also, in his attempt to outsing his rivals, incorporates other sounds that he hears in the forest. That was a camera shutter. And again. And now a camera with a motor drive. And that's a car alarm. And now the sounds of foresters and their chainsaws working nearby.
Oh my days, dude.
That was a fucking bird.
Oh my days.
Chainsaw, camera shutters, car alarm.
Oh my days. You know, people live in cities like New York and
Don't know.
it just how oh how are people not fucking just mind boggled by nature on a daily basis?
Bro, just a fucking bird just outschooled some fucking imitations.
And he could just do it. He could just make a car alarm sound just like a car alarm. Like there's got to be something to life that's just obviously there's something to life that we don't understand. But it's just, like how are octopi able to like know what they're on top of and change colors to camouflage perfectly with them?
Or even like when they're sealed in jars. I mean, they're super smart creatures, but how do they know what the fuck the lid is to unscrew?
How do plants know what to imitate so they look more attractive to bees and shit?
When that fucking we watched an Our Planet episode, and there was like a Gorg type plant that had a hole and some nectar dripping into it, which fed the tree, but then also pollinated bees with the seeds of the tree for them to send off and then plant. It's like, standing still tree was able to seed
figure that out.
Another living thing to go replant itself.
Figured it out.
Just did it.
It just figured it out, dude.
Like, what the fuck? I don't understand.
Wow.
I want to show you this.
Do hand jobs from girls who can speak sign language count as blowjobs? Top 10 questions science still can't answer.
And I believe I think that's a Cornhub comment too.
Dude, I think it does count.
You think it's a blowjob?
I think it does. I mean
that is they're signing what they're saying.
Oh wow. They're using their They're a form of communication to get you off. Yeah, I think it is.
So can they not give hand jobs?
They can.
They don't want you talking.
They can.
It's the same
But
thing.
when they're like, I'm sure, like, you know, when someone gives you a blowjob, they make noise to get you into, like, they gag and shit. I'm sure sign language got the same thing. Like, they do their little finger thrust or something that indicates choking or something.
You know, they sign the letter A or something to make it go.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was just a funny gag one.
Science and nature, bro.
This one is cringeworthy, or not cringeworthy, but this is just fucking hilarious to watch.
Check this out, though.
Wait, what is that?
That's from A Good Time, let me tell you. You want to smell it?
I can't tell if you're cool or not right now. I don't know.
Oh, I'm cool as shit, buddy. Dolphin Daff High Five.
Dolphin Delphi 5. Yes.
You want some?
Always. Wait, we're here on the same kind of mode, aren't we?
It's made for finches, but humans can drink it too.
Finland?
Finches.
That's where you're from, Finland.
No, it's tuna juice. And it's made for finches, but humans can drink it too. You want to taste?
I'm a commercial fisherman.
Yeah.
Tuna's my thing to fish for, but like, what is this?
It's carbonated tuna juice. It's made for finches, but humans can drink it too.
Hey, people from Finland are humans too.
No, it's made for finches. Finches.
No, that's delicious.
Finches. It's made for finches, but humans can drink it too.
It's a finch.
It's a little bird. I have 10 of them.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's tuna juice, and it's made for finches, but humans can drink it too. Try this again. Can you smell it?
Is that?
No.
You're not selling me a product right now, are you?
Of course not. I would never. It's got 69 calories. 69.
Wait, what's beersy facts mean?
That's the company it comes from.
So there is alcohol.
There could be. Here, try this again. Yeah.
Yeah, where'd that come from? Well, you're the best salesman I've ever met.
That came from my old lady. I got 2 buckets of sardine paste in the trunk of my Accord if you want to meet me out there and dunk your head in it with me. Huh?
Wait, with you?
Yeah.
Is this really happening?
It's really happening.
I can't tell if you're gay or a salesman. I'm not sure. Are you a gay salesman?
You ever have pickled sphincter? Huh?
I'll eat that ass.
Oh, yeah. How's that?
It's weird because that one's better than that one. What's your name?
Brenna. Yeek! Try this again.
It smells like the juice.
So you gonna meet me out there or what?
Please?
Yeah.
Where?
Out in the parking lot. We'll get real weird, real wild.
No, I can already tell. I can already tell. You're like the dude I met on Craigslist when I was 17.
Yeah. How old was he?
I don't even want to say. I can't tell if you're about to beat my ass or not.
No homo.
What do you drive?
A 2000 Honda Accord. And there's 2 buckets of sardine paste in there.
I don't want the sardine paste.
One for you, one for me. We'll dunk our heads in it.
Fuck all this.
Yeah?
Let's go.
All right.
Is that a real interaction?
It's a real interaction, dude. And part two was essentially him walking out of the store and going, I got crabs too. I got crabs. I have a lot of crabs. And the dude in the Levi's shirt goes, where? And he points to his crotch like, oh, I'm just gonna leave.
Oh, I love that interaction, dude. That was an NPC interaction.
It was.
Ever seen one.
Bro, sniff some bloody fingers.
5 times.
5 times.
He said, "Here, get this again."
He was hitting it like it was a fucking vape, dude.
All right, well, I gotta take a hard American piss out of my wiener.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have for today. I'm glad that you're glad that North Carolina
Yeah,
won.
fuck Baylor. Hey, bro, there's a real chance we get to the Final Four because in that little bracket, Kentucky was the number 2 seed, and they're gone.
They're 8.
Yeah. So really,
Who they
the
gotta
big
play?
hitters will have to play the winner of St. Mary's or UCLA.
UCLA is probably gonna be a contender.
Yeah, and Purdue's also in there. They're the 3. We'll see.
All right, there she boat.